Hello, beautiful souls. This is Vanita Kumar, also known as Twinflameunion, bringing you guys in this week's pep talk and empowerment. Synchronicities in twin flame journey. This is one of my favorite topics because I feel that everybody that is spiritual, or if you're dealing with a twin flame, you're bombarded with lots of signs and things and lots of synchronicities. I have so many videos on that specifically, and I'm going to actually touch on it because I feel that sometimes people still are confused whether the signs and things are derailing them or is actually keeping them in the path of their journey. So we're going to dive deep into this topic, but before we actually begin, let's hit it. And welcome back. For those that are new to this channel, please do not forget to hit like, share and subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any future videos. I have a lot of content that you may want to check out in my channel. I've got lots of playlists that are actually placed in order of the topics so that it's easy for you guys to look into it. Do look at them. And if you want to book any private sessions with me, you can do so as well. Link is in the description box. You can purchase and book directly from my website. Having said that, I want to apologize for those that are my regular viewers. I haven't been coming on YouTube that much. It's just been very, very busy. I don't know how I got so busy, but apparently I am. So today I forced myself to come here. I'm actually also thinking and contemplating. You guys tell me if you want me to do this. I am thinking to come live as well on YouTube. You guys are my inspiration. Without you, nothing can exist. I wouldn't be here serving you guys. The blog topics that I do, the videos that I do, these are all because I actually take, I listen to you. I listen to everything that you guys have questions and concerns on regarding your twin flame, your journey, your spiritual development, and all that sort of thing. So I always am looking for new ideas, topics, and I find that without actually listening to you guys, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I have actually a blog that, and this is pertaining to this title here, Synchronicities in Twin Flame Journey. I have my last article on the number sequence, so I'll mention that as well. So that's gonna come live tomorrow on my website, so please do check that out. I think that a lot of you guys are always getting bombarded with signs and things, and I'm trying to make sense of it. And I get that in my personal sessions with clients, in general on the YouTube platform, as well as the social media. So all those kind of things are there, and I always listen to whatever you guys have that you are getting signs and things on. Sometimes I get personal messages as well, so all that stuff is there. And This I think I kind of have done a video on it, but this is a little bit different video on it to just kind of explain and make sense of some of the things that's happening in your journey. And the way that the universe works is, I've got lots of notes here, so bear with me as I try to read my scribble here. Basically, in a nutshell, you are universe. And in the spiritual community these days, this is emphasized a lot, because people are starting to learn about the I am presence. The I am presence is the Christ consciousness that you must have heard people talk about, or you've come across it in an article. What that means is, and this is the New Age spiritualism where this is kind of coming up. One of the pioneers of the I am presence was Elizabeth Clare Prophet. She really talked about that, and she and before that was Neville Goddard. I mentioned it in one of my videos, I don't know which one, that he was one of the pioneers of law of attraction back in his time. And slowly what ended up happening is that all the other spiritual teachers, they started to adapt to his way of manifestation, and they found that it actually works. So I finally finished reading or listening to the audio file. I don't have time to read, so I do buy the books, but I find that it's easier for me to listen to the audio files, audio books, so that's what I do. And it was quite the book. He's got so many books on law of attraction, and I actually read, well, I listened to them all now, and he paraphrases a lot of things from the Bible. And I did actually know about that a few years ago, that just other teachers were talking about how much the Bible resonates when it comes to the law of attraction. And how even back in the days, people were manifesting all the time. So this just goes to show that how the universe works. So you are infinite, you are the universe, and the I am presence, the Christ consciousness, is within you. What this means is, I'm just going to actually paraphrase. I didn't write this down, so I'm just going to look through the screenshot here that I have. In one of the verses in the Bible, John 14 verse 16, Jesus talks about, Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So when this statement was made in the Bible, Jesus didn't say, I am Jesus. I am Jesus, the way, the truth, and the life. He actually said, I am. So I am meaning that it's me. So when it comes to even you guys, you are that I am presence, that Christ consciousness. So if you are looking for way to connect to source, you're doing it through your I am presence. So this is the whole reason why you are in a spiritual journey, you are in a twin flame journey, because you are trying to become whole and complete within you. This is all about you. It was never about your twin flame. It was never about anybody else. When you actually become whole and complete within you, that's when you are in oneness with the universe, if that makes sense. So these are really big things that I'm telling you guys, but that's what it means. So so how does this play in our lives when it comes to synchronicities, signs and things, that sort of thing? Back in the days, Carl Jung, I think I pronounced his name as Jung, but it's spelled Jung, but it's actually Young, I guess. So yeah, Carl Jung, he was a famous psychiatrist back in his time, and he actually noticed a lot of synchronicities when he was a little child. and he managed to connect the synchronicities as it came along in his journey, and then he became a psychiatrist, even so more with his clients and stuff like that, just what he got from his sessions. So he talked about synchronicities, that they are not coincidence. They're in fact there to guide you in your path, right? So and that's how you should actually understand it, or make that as one of your truth. The reason why I'm saying that is because in your twin flame journey, when you're dealing with a twin flame, it doesn't matter if you are not, you stumbled into this video because you found something that drew you here. So if you're seeing a lot of signs and things, and you're trying to have some sort of manifested desire, or you're trying to manifest something, or you're trying to live a certain path, and this sort of signs are coming up, just the simple knowing should be enough that you are on the right path. You will know intuitively whether you are in a right path or not just by looking at the sign, and you'll get some kind of aha moment, or you'll get sort of like a validation, knowingness, right? So your inner knowing is the biggest telltale sign when it comes to any kind of signs and things that you're gonna get. You will actually intuitively know what the signs are as well, and the whole point is not to second guess what you are getting as your messages, because a lot of times the intellect mind will start to come in, and that's basing it out of your fear, your ego, right? You think that it's not meant to be there, that kind of stuff. And if this is happening, just breathe through it. And your first reaction that you got basically when you saw this particular sign, whatever it is, because it's going to be different for everybody, it just means that that's what it is, right? It's the first thing that comes in your mind that is coming out of your intuition. It's coming from within you, the I am that you are, and just make that as your truth. Some of you that are watching, I do want you to also just share some of the signs and things that you guys are getting, because it just validates the other viewers that they are not losing their marbles. You see a lot of them. You can even interpret it and tell it the way that you see it. There's no rules to signs and things and why it's being shown to you. I'm going to get into the why in a little bit here. Just wanted to mention that these things are not there to derail you from your path, from your journey. The universe is infinite and you are infinite, so you do have different realities, and the signs and things are still, the synchronicities that you're getting is still part of your reality. Whether it is anybody else's or not, you don't need to worry about that. After all, you are a spiritual being that's living a human experience. When it comes to signs and things, it's not like the universe just is giving it to somebody that's special and that's it, right? That doesn't mean that at all. It just means that you are more in tune with the universe. You are one with the universe, so you get to see and notice it a little bit more than other people. They are also receiving signs and things, but sometimes their consciousness is not that aware that they are actually receiving these signs. So whenever you are seeing these signs, I would say just throw a little gratitude to the universe, that thank you for showing. You can say that, you can feel happy, because that's usually it's not going to be many times when you're going to feel really, you won't feel very good when you see a sign. It's going to be majority of the time, it's going to be that you will be feeling very, very happy, right? When you see something, especially when you know that it's pertaining to something that you have been manifesting, or is something to do with your twin flame, that sort of thing. Because usually you feel good when you think about your twin flame. Usually usually, but some people may think otherwise. It depends on your situation with your twin flame again. So signs and things, what they mean. There's only two ways to decipher what they mean, and one is that it could mean that you are on the right path of whatever your journey is. So that's number one thing. And usually a good sign would be when you see a particular sign, it's not going to trigger you. It's going to make you feel good. And if it's going to make you feel good, you know that that's actually a good thing. It is a confirmation, it's a validation of whatever you are trying to manifest or whatever is happening around you, that it's, you're on the right track, you are on the right path, right? Another thing that it could be is that it's could come as a warning sign as well. So you have to kind of be in tune with what the messages are intuitively. It could be that it's telling you to remain positive, especially if you are, sort of living in a very negative situation, right? You are very negative about a lot of things. You're negative about the outcome. You don't think that you're going to have a positive outcome of this or that, or that your manifestation is not going to show up, the way that you're supposed to, that kind of stuff. So it could also mean that, that way as well, that it is a warning sign for you to remain positive. And if this is and you'll know which one is which. So you kind of will know it intuitively, and it'll be an automatic thing. So yeah. Do know the difference between the two. When it comes to signs and things, you will see a whole bunch of numbers. And like I said, I have written quite a few articles already on twin flame numbers and what they mean. And there's, of course, tons of ways to decipher it, through angelic numbers. You can Google if you're getting some sort of specific numbers that I haven't enlightened in my article. You can definitely just Google it. Just Google, that particular sequence and say angel number meaning, and then it'll just show up. So see how it actually shows up for you, right? There's so many ways to interpret them, and try to interpret it on your own as well. Usually you'll have a very good idea when there's a message there for you on that regards. You'll know whether it's a warning sign, it's telling you to be positive, or it's telling you that this is a confirmation of this. So especially for twin flames, the biggest confirmations are numbers like 333, which is the Ascended Masters, 1111, 717, right? So those are really strong numbers that are pertaining to your twin flame, especially if you're scrolling through social media or something like that, and it's something to do with your twin flame. It doesn't have to be a TV frame, but it could be just a frame of where you see number synchronicities of 1111 and your twin flame. When you see that, you know that you are on the right track, and that your manifestation, if you're trying to manifest your twin flame, it's coming to you in a lightning speed. It's also validating and confirming that this particular person is your twin flame, that kind of stuff, so yeah, pay attention to how it presents to you. Of course, you're going to be seeing it through license plates, clocks, receipts, and just anything at work. You're looking at crunching numbers, or you're looking at numbers and you see 11. So you know that's pertaining to your twin flame. But sometimes you'll see 1111 and your twin flame in one frame. However way that looks like, or you're leafing through your Facebook or your Instagram and you see something like that, that's a very, very strong, powerful sign when it comes to your desires. It's coming to fruition. You're manifesting things in a lightning speed. It's confirming your twin flame connection. It's also telling you that you're on the right path. Sometimes this journey is so confusing, because sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days, sometimes you feel like there's lots of doubts when it comes to your twin flame, whether this will actually even manifest in your physical reality. You're seeing all these signs, you're seeing, you know, children coming from the other side, you know, that kind of stuff. Some of you do have actually kids coming. All these kind of things are happening, and then, you know, you see the 3D reality, and it's nothing close to what it should be. But if that's happening, you know that it's going to happen. It has to happen, because you are part of the universe. The universe doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't send you synchronicities and signs and things for no reason. It's not there to just entertain you because, you know, it feels like it. It's not playing a joke on you. That's what I'm trying to say. So in a nutshell, if that's happening, know that you are on the right path. You may see their names everywhere, right? I've got so many hits on those videos. Why do you see their names? It's because it's a confirmation of whatever is within you that's coming out. Like, you are everything that's pushed out in your outer reality, right? Like, whatever is happening on your outer reality is all coming from within you. And if you are in tune to the I am presence, you will know that this is actually a reflection of your you know, your inner reality that's coming to you on the outer reality, right? As above, as so below, as within, as so without. So as within and it's coming out, so without, right? So this is the way the journey is. So, you know, next time you see a sign, thank the universe for showing it to you, and feel happy. I know that in my journey, it's been interesting. I have not stopped seeing signs at all. It's like sometimes I'll see signs and multiple signs, and I will actually figure out what that means. I believe I did mention to you guys, for my regular viewers, you know that I was trying to, for last year and a half, I've been trying to see a red pickup truck. Sorry, not red, purple pickup truck. I don't know why I said red. Purple pickup truck. I have been seeing a lot of red pickup truck, but that has another meaning to it. I'm not going to share that. It's to do with my twin flame, but you know, it's yeah, it's a little personal. But this one, the purple pickup truck, I've been trying to, in my travels, I've been trying to look for it. I've been trying to see it locally, and I've seen big industrial trucks, you know, the ones that carry goods, you know, those ones. I've seen it in that. I've seen it in other vehicles, right? But I have not seen a red, a purple. I don't know why I'm saying red. My goodness. Okay, calm down. A purple pickup truck, and in the last 4 months. I'm just trying to think here, like how, you know, yes, the last 4 months, I've seen it 4 times now. Purple pickup truck. And I even took a picture of one of them. That was my last one. I was on the road, I was driving, and somehow I managed to click it. And I've talked to people about the purple pickup truck, and nobody has ever seen it. So of course, when I took the picture, I shared it to everybody. Do let me know if you guys want me to share the image. I can just throw it in the YouTube community, and also you know, share it in the social media platform. But it was just so interesting that I got to see the you know, the purple pickup truck, and it's been, yeah, four times I've already seen it in 4 months. So that's pretty crazy. So that's just another way of, you know, your signs coming as validation. And I have a very specific, you know, sign attached to that, or a question that, you know, is he, and the purple pickup truck, it symbolizes just basically that he is still into me as much as I am to him, right? So and that's just, yeah, it's telling me that I am in the right course of my journey, and that whatever I've been seeing is going to come into fruition at some point. So that's what the purple pickup truck means. So another thing that I wanted to talk about was symbols, right? You will get certain symbols that will pertain to your twin flame journey. It could be anything. You know, it's going to be so personalized that I can't just name, symbols just like that. You just have to kind of know. One of them that's coming on top of my mind that's pertaining to my journey is the symbol of an ankh, right? So that's one of my symbols. Infinity symbol is another one, right? That's huge. Even the Custodius symbol in the beginning when I was in my twin flame journey, I know that also means divine masculine and feminine. And I remember before I actually attained my inner union, I was seeing that a lot. So that was a symbol for that it's coming into fruition, that kind of stuff, right? So another one that you will frequently see is animal spirit guides, and if they are there, just know that they are there for a reason. You may actually, especially if you have a personal situation with a particular animal spirit that it's to your connection. So in my case, I've always it's so cool to see sometimes something on the same frame. Like when I say same frame, again, it could be through Facebook, Instagram, doesn't matter. I'll see Black Panther and I'll see my twin flame, so it's like, whoa. So, it's so crazy when I see that. Or sometimes I'll see a Puma symbol and, Puma with my twin flame. So it's just crazy when I even see that. That's just it's another way of confirming some of the things that I have been experiencing in my own journey. So pay attention to the animal spirit guides, because they do come and go, and they are there to help you as your guidance. I've talked about the bald eagle. Whenever I'm on this particular highway, I look up and I always see there's two of them, and there's little babies too, but the two of them, they would be on the lighting post, and they will just kind of look, and this light post is very, very high, so they will kind of look at the traffic, right? So whenever I see the bald eagle, I always say hello or good morning or something. I'll do some sort of greeting, because and I know this for a fact that they are my guardian angels that are, watching over me, kind of thing, right? They're keeping me safe. So it's and because it's a freeway, it's a highway, there's lots of fatal accidents that happen, or there's lots of accidents that do happen, just like anywhere. So they are there to protect me, and it's a nice reassurance to see them, and it makes me very, very happy. And that's another thing that you will notice when it comes to signs and things. You will feel really, really good. You'll feel, and it shouldn't trigger you, and if it is in some way triggering you, then you need to ask yourself why that is the case, because it's not meant to trigger you in any way. It's supposed to give you some sort of, it's usually on a very, very positive note. Even if it is coming as a warning sign, it's still telling you to shift your your thoughts and your attention to something more positive, as opposed to the negative things, because attention goes where the energy goes, right? So you have to be very, very careful when it comes to your thoughts and your outlook, because if it's not on a positive note, then yeah, you're gonna manifest that anyways. Sometimes it's the fear, the inner fears, the dragons and demons that come out, right? So if you want to not manifest the negative things, then try not to think about the negative things, because yeah, it can come into manifestation. Another way that you will see some synchronicities, signs and things, is when somebody from the other side is saying hello, or they're trying to give you some sort of messages. And usually, you will know who they are as well. You could have your future children coming as as their signs in sync, or it could be a loved one that has passed away that you knew, your dad or your mom or your aunt or your uncle, your grandma, grandpa, any of these, or even your friend, or it could be your beloved pet as well. So I know when it comes to my little girl, if she is trying to say hello to me, then I will see some cat that will totally remind me of her, because she had a very unique look. So it's not very easy to spot a cat like that. So whenever I see it in my Facebook or Instagram, something like that, if I'll see that kind of particular cat and that kind of coloring showing up, I know that that's her. That's just saying hello and that she's around, right? So you tend to have a bond with even your pets, because they sometimes are part of your soul tribe, right? So you just never know how this actually can roll in whichever way. Another way that synchronicities happen is through dreams. I cannot emphasize you guys enough to keep a dream journal, because you never know. Sometimes you get like foresights in your dream, and then sure enough it comes into fruition, or it'll tell you like a sequence of event that is coming forward, or something like that. Like it'll be there as a warning sign, or it could be coming as that, okay, it's going to happen, and it does happen, right? I mean, you see movies like this all the time. It doesn't mean that it's not true. It can actually happen. So just pay attention to your dreams as well. These are all, some of the examples that I gave you, these are all basically communication from the universe. And because you are the one with the universe, you are not separate from anything. These are all coming from within you. Some people will say to you that, oh, you're manifesting these signs. It could be that you are manifesting your sign, but you are within this universe. So that's your biggest sign, is just that you are seeing them and you're recognizing them, and that's your own truth. You don't have to listen to other people when it comes to signs and syncs, or even your journey, because your journey is just yours, right? You will find that you will get some sort of negative feedbacks from your friends and your family, or just your people around you, that will just derail you or try to tell you that, oh, whatever you're trying to manifest is too far-fetched, or it's not going to come into fruition. You know your own truth, because at the end of the day, you have your biggest answers, right? You don't have to go looking for answers outside of yourself. You're connected with the universe, so the universe is giving you lots of signs. So those are your own truth, and you need to stick to that. Stay positive, and try not to have other people bring you down when it comes to signs and syncs, because that's not their truth, and it doesn't have to be their truth. It has to be your truth. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is bridges of events. This is something that is so interesting. So interesting. And I like this particular topic that I'm talking about. I will actually put this in a blog, because I feel that it's something that a lot of people need an assurance in the journey. And I'm gonna try to make justice of it. I hope that this video is resonating so far, whatever I'm telling you guys. And maybe some of you, if you stumbled on this video, the biggest sign is also that within you, that you are on the right path of your journey as well. Because if you found this video in itself is also a confirmation that whatever is going in your reality is going to come into fruition. Believe that, because that is another way that the universe will work, where they will lead you to the right people, the right type of materials, the right type of knowledge, in order for you to just kind of stay on course with your spiritual journey, with your relationship with your twin flame, whatever it is, right? Your relationship with your twin flame does not have to make sense to anybody else. It has to make sense to you and your twin flame, and nobody else. Others can dissect it whichever way they want, but it's not their journey, it's not their life, and you are in control of your life. So also know that part as well. So the bridges of events is interesting because it ties into the synchronicities, and it will be a series of things that will happen, and they'll happen in a very synchronistic order. And it's usually to do with your goals, dreams, and desires, right? It will all kind of happen in that sequence, but while it's happening, you will not actually understand it. It will be the bridges of events is when it actually is in a culmination, it's already done. That's when you will understand, and you'll get that aha moment that, okay, this is why it happened, so and so and so and so and so, and now it makes sense to me, because during the time it wouldn't make sense to you at all. So this is what it is, and it's too vast for me to explain it any other way, but I'll try to explain it to you guys in a blog maybe, how it could play that way, right? Basically, let's just say, okay, this is the bridges of events, right? Let's just say that you got your spiritual awakening, and well, in my case, I'll tell you my story because it would be the easiest way to navigate it. Let's just say that here I was, I was in a relationship, and I started getting some of my awakening, and I met my catalyst twin flame, and I thought that was my twin flame, this, and then I got out of that relationship, and things didn't pan out with the catalyst twin flame. It was just what it was. He was only there to serve a purpose to get me out of that situation so that I can meet my twin flame. So now looking back at it, this is the only way that I can explain that bridge of incident, where it actually all just kind of happened. And there was something that happened between, well, something that I got to know about with my twin flame. He had my catalyst twin flame, he had moved on with somebody else, and at that point when I was I thought that, okay, whatever, it is what it is, right? But something happened that made me really, really upset. And in that situation, I decided to join Tinder. And, that's the dating website. A lot of you guys, did meet your twin flame that way. And, I decided to go in there. And I think the first couple of days I thought it was not for me, so I deleted the app and got out of it. It wasn't for me, I guess, much. And then I went back again. Something told me go back in there, and I did. And that's when I saw my twin flame. And when I saw him, I didn't even know that he was, Indian. I thought that he was, Spanish. And I'm like, oh, this guy looks all right, so hit swipe. And then he ended up saying hi to me, I guess, later on. I don't know how many hours or whatever, and that's how things happened, where I actually met my twin flame. So, I'm just saying that these are some of the bridges of events that happened with my situation. So you just have to kind of piece how this kind of applies, this principle, into your life in whichever way you would have gone. If you were meeting your twin flame, some circumstances were there that was placed by the universe, by you, right? You within you, and sequence of things happened, and then you got to meet your twin flame. I'm just saying that that's just one aspect of the bridges of events. So, and this is so, like I said, it's so vast in so many ways it applies. So I'm just gonna get you guys to think about how it actually unfolded in your life when it comes to bridge of events. So what else I wanted to cover here? Yeah, I think this was the last of that. So I wrote lots of notes, and I hope that this video made sense to you guys. Do tell me if you believe in signs and syncs, because I think that it's really, really important that you do believe in them. Because if you do believe in whatever is being shown to you, then that's where it's going to come to fruition, right? If you do not believe what is being shown to you, and you're doubting it, you're laughing about it, you think that it's funny and this and that, then it's going to be just that, right? It is your reality, you know, pushed out, right? So if it's within you, if you know that this is you know, specific messages that you're receiving, then that's what it is. So next time you are seeing some sort of particular sign, do pay attention to your thoughts and see how it's unfolding. So this was Twin Flame Union. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. This was a lot of reassurance again for some of you, because you obviously needed this video, and this in itself is the biggest sign. And all the best. Stay blessed with love and light. This was Twin Flame Union.